Hey Velomobile fans, today's product feature is about tools. I have a small number of 3D printed tools that I'd like to tell you about. The first is a drum brake sanding tool. I have this in 4 different sizes for 12 and 15 millimeter axles. In fact, the tool will have a marking on it. This is for 90 millimeter drum brakes. I also have this for 70 millimeter drum brakes. Has a strip of sandpaper on the inside. You slide this over the axle onto your drum brake, then you actuate the drum brake arm a small amount and you go back and forth with this, and this resurfaces the brake pads on your drum brakes. Sometimes the pads can get glazed and then the stopping power is not as effective. It can also happen that the pads become uneven, and this tool will even those out because it gives equal pressure all the way around the brake pads. You do want to be careful that you don't use this too often or do too many rotations because the sandpaper is very effective. The other is for removing the rear wheel on single-sided swing arms. It can be a bit of a project to do this, but this tool is an axle bolt holder. The bolt fits in as a tension fit here in the end. It's very difficult to do this with one hand. I don't recommend it. There we are. And then this nice long handle allows you to reach up inside the wheel well and hold the bolt in place while you screw in the axle from the other end. There's 2 other useful tools. You can buy this as a kit or as individual parts. This helps hold in the powls so that you can reinsert the wheel, and then there's a little hole in here. You can put a string or a piece of wire through there so that you can pull it back out when you're done. And then the final tool is this little sort of a top hat. This is a bearing alignment tool that allows you to more easily get the bearings in place before installing the axle. These can all be found at www.northlandvelo.nl, and I also have some of this in the US in the US store, www.northlandvelo.com. I believe I have just the 90 millimeter drum brake sanding tool with the 12 millimeter axle. Those work in the bulks. I think maybe just the Alphas use the 15 millimeter axle. So you can find those there. You can order them. Also check out what other interesting things might be in the store. If you're going to place an order, you might as well get the must for your shipping.